Yeah, it was the year I stopped racing, 2015. I was approached by Maserati to be an ambassador, and obviously I was like, okay. But it was actually weird because I'd already, in previous interviews, I'd said that my dream car was Maserati but it was the 1990s Maserati Ghibli, which is a really boxy car that nobody really likes, but it's probably pretty cool again now. So it's kind of a match made in heaven, really. I kind of got a lot of time for it. It's such a cool brand. There's very few car brands that have the same history. Yeah, I mean, Tour Yorkshire. The greatest thing about Tour Yorkshire is the fact that Sir Gary Verity created a legacy event, because so few people pull that off. So he didn't kind of sit on the success of bringing the Tour de France here. He then used that to leverage an event that would benefit the county and the region as a whole. And I think what it's achieved here, forget globally, it's just locally, it's just phenomenal. I mean, the crowds here are the same as Tour de France, or bigger than almost any other race apart from a monument or one of the big stages in a Grand Tour. I think it's going to take a few more years for it to kind of become a global race, if you like, regards to status, because I think it would have to be World Tour, but there's no reason why it can't be, not with the ambition that Sir Gary Verity has. Chapter 3 started off as a kind of way of taking everything I'd learned in the 20 years of bike racing and the partners I'd worked with and continuing in a different vein, if you like, rather than just doing the race. The race stuff's really, it's almost utilitarian and almost disposable, oddly, and not very cool. So I wanted Chapter 3 to those relationships with those partners, be it Castelli, it's now POC, which will be later this year as well. Factor's a new one. But, and then Brompton, oddly, which is, I think, surprised a lot of people, the fact we did Brompton fold-up bikes. But we've taken our ethos to each one of those, which is we're a very, at heart, technical and performance company, but we want to create a more aesthetic and real-world and sartorial edge to everything we do. So, which I don't think many people do. Everybody's always following the latest in fashion and trends, whereas we're trying to transcend that and do something that's very pure and with a technical core, but a very I'd say everlasting aesthetic. Chapter 3 going Sigma Sports is a big deal for us because of the status that Sigma Sports has in the UK, and obviously the clientele is our sort of target demographic as well, and also just getting in we've tried to partner across the whole world with the premium retailers, bricks and mortar, because that's very important to us. We don't want to be a purely online brand. Chapter3.com is the brand's home, if you like, because we don't have our own shop. But we in about 4 or 5 shops. Our goal is to be maximum 8 to 10 shops in a country, but the best shops there, and really create really long-lasting relationships with the shops and their customers, and tap into their community and really kind of share what we're doing with them. So Sigma Sports is really important to us. Today especially, I think I'm going to have to be careful because it's going to be one of the first hot days for a lot of people, and it's going to be a hard ride. I mean, riding here, even the pros know it's hard riding in Yorkshire, and the race alone is going to be pretty hardcore. So the riders doing the long ride today, they better drink a lot. It's probably the biggest thing I can say, and apart from that, I think it'll be good fun. Cycling is kind of just a social thing for me. It's not really a fitness thing so much anymore, or I'd rather go to the gym or go running to kind of build fitness, and then just use cycling as a purely social and fun thing. So I'll never be as good as I was, so there's no point in trying. So I just go slow with friends, which suits me just fine.